Hello, fellow viewers and players, and welcome back to the AI President's Havoc of Erisia campaign. Last time, you guys thought a little outside of the box and decided to depart from Erisia in order to take to the seas, trying to reach Summer Isle by using Jackdaw's sailboat from Session 1.
Well, that plan didn't go too well. We kind of crashed after a pirate ship saw us.
Kim Jong-un had beef with the Vigils, so that's great, I guess?
Well, luckily, you were graced by the presence of the top G.
Sheesh, get over yourself.
All right, before we do a recap, I think Andrew Tate should explain who his character is.
Well, of course. As we all know, I am Andreo Kotof, the badass Seltorian bounty hunter captain. Unlike you weaklings, I don't need an attunement. I beat the shit out of people with my raw strength only. And instead of using a traditional weapon, I use a martial arts fighting style called Just Karita, which is based on Taekwondo. My only real weapons are my iron anklets, which help power up my kicks. I got a few talents, like Health Pack, which increases my HP by 5 and increases my HP hit dice, Steel Scales, which increases my AC by 1, and Karita Focus, which boosts my hit chance and damage for a turn when used the previous turn.
So, do you have any mantras?
Yeah, but honestly, I don't feel like explaining them. I only picked the best ones, fitting for an alpha male.
You can't be serious when you're referring to yourself as an alpha male.
Why not? Is a beta like you afraid of the sheer power of my masculinity?
Oh my God, shut up already.
I guess we'll see what his mantras are when the battle begins. Let's do a quick recap of what happened last session. I believe it's Donald's turn.
All right, let's make this quick. We started in the bandit encampment, where I gave the genius suggestion to leave the island and head to Summer Isle, which we did by appropriating Jackdaw's sailboat. We sailed a little, and we all shared some of our backstories on the ship, including Penny. Or well, Basil didn't cause he's a pussy.
It's for lore reasons.
Yes, sure, buddy. After some time, a huge pirate ship, a huge one, decided to shoot at us, and we had an epic yet short-lived chase scene as we crashed into a mountain wall. The captain, called Kimeira Blackblubber, has beef with the Vigils, so that's why they shot us.
Apparently, Kimeira Blackblubber is the son of Felice Blackblubber, the pirate captain that tried to raid the Isle of Vigils but was stopped by Jackdaw's math teacher.
Math teachers would literally fight terrorists just to make sure their students will have to take an exam. Actually diabolical people.
Facts. Anyways, they dragged us on board as we got to see their starving crewmates North Korea style. After a little while...
And then the best and sexiest character, Andreo Kotof, with his sharp jawline and fat pockets, appeared to save the party from certain death.
Damn, bro. No need to interrupt me. I was just about to get to that part anyways. Well, Andreo Kotof pulled up with his fancy pants frigate and jumped aboard and convinced the starving sailors to leave the ship. Kimeira called up some elite pirates, though. So now it's an 8 versus 4 matchup.
Well, that sums it up quite nicely. We've got a battle incoming, so roll for initiative.
Exquisite. That's a solid 19 for my initiative.
I got an 18, so just one step below.
Well, I got just a 13, so that's kind of rough.
Penelope rolled a dirty 20. I have grouped the 7 elite pirates into 3 groups, as doing rolls for each individual pirate would be inconvenient. The groups are marked on screen. Group 1 rolled a 23, Group 2 rolled a 22, and Group 3 rolled a natural 1. Captain Kimeira Blackblubber rolled a 15. The battle order will go Pirate Group 1, Pirate Group 2, Penelope, Andreo, Lionel, Kimeira, Basil, and finally Pirate Group 3.
All right, let's get this shit started.
As you all make your preparations, the rotund captain laughs and gestures wide.
Behold, worthless opponents, this will be your first and final encounter with the great Captain Kimeira. The bards will write songs about our great victory.
Sire, your rival is here, and these other people appear to be quite strong. Are you sure we can all make it out of this alive?
Some of you might die, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Where is my applause? Wonderful. Now, charge!
Elite Pirate Group 1 begins the fight, as one of the pirates rushes forwards towards Andreo and Basil, raising their sword high as they unleash a fearsome battle cry. The other pirate stays behind, aiming their flintlock at Basil. The melee pirate swings their cutlass at Andreo. A dirty 20 to hit, and 7 slashing damage.
That's some bullshit, not gonna lie.
It is what it is.
The fierce pirate slashes wildly, inflicting shallow wounds upon the bounty hunter, as Andreo reels back in pain. The ranged pirate fires a bullet aimed at the Grimoire alchemist. A 6 to hit, so that misses. Basil ducks before the bullet is fired, avoiding it completely.
Oh, okay. So the fucking scholastic nerd can dodge bullets, but the highly trained and athletic martial artist can't even avoid a single sword swing?
Just gotta duck and weave.
Shut up, man. I'm the one who's supposed to be saying that.
Elite Pirate Group 2 now moves towards Basil and Lionel, creating a defensive wall as they sprint towards you with their falchions and cutlasses held high above their heads. 2 of the pirates swing for Lionel, and the more northern one swings at Basil. The 2 pirates battling Lionel rolled a 13 and a 21, which is enough to hit him both times. He takes 10 slashing damage from both strikes as the pirates slash in tandem.
They call themselves elite pirates, but 2 strikes only deal 10 damage? That's pretty pitiful.
They're trying their hardest, I guess. The one slashing at Basil rolled. Oh, damn, natural 20. So that's a critical hit. They deal 13 slashing damage.
Why do they have to crit against me? I'm already one of the squishiest amongst the party.
The fearsome pirate lunges at the alchemist with their mighty cutlass, striking the Grimoire right in the rib with critical accuracy as he coughs up blood from the intense blow.
Bro, just parry, block, and dodge. That pirate straight up skill issued you.
You're supposed to be on our side, asshat.
All right, fine. I'll tone it down a bit.
It's now Penelope's turn. She starts off by running up to the elite pirate closest to her and performs a low sweep kick mantra on him as a bonus action. She rolled a 16, so that connects. The agile felloner sweeps the legs of the surprised pirate with her sudden maneuver, knocking them prone and dealing 6 bludgeoning damage as they fall onto the hard deck of the frigate. She then uses her main action to pierce them with her short sword, which has advantage since the pirate is prone. A 17 to hit and 12 piercing damage. Penelope dismantles the defenses of her enemy as she brings herself on top of her adversary and pierces them right in the shoulder with her short sword. The pirate manages to push the felloner off themselves, but they seem incredibly weak.
Hell yeah, way to go, Penny.
Judging by the damage she dealt, which was a solid 18, the elite pirates probably have 20 HP each.
Only 20? That's nothing. This will be over quick.
Yeah, but there's like a lot of them. Most of our spread moves are pretty weak, and we have no idea how strong Kimeira Blackblubber is yet.
Ha, yeah, sure. Whatever you say, Shorty. It's my time to shine. I'll cast my Karit Elite mantra on the pirate west of me. I'll knock this guy's jaw clean off. A 14. Does that land?
Indeed. Roll for damage too.
That's 10 bludgeoning damage, so that's like half their health. Pretty good if I say so myself.
Andreo accelerates and launches himself towards the pirate closest to him, landing a flying kick straight to the pirate's jaw and sending them flying 5 feet back in a spin cycle.
And for my bonus action, I'll use my Justicar focus in order to buff myself for the next turn.
All right, then it's my turn. Shooting anyone would be kind of stupid, since I'm basically surrounded here and will get disadvantage if I do. I'll use my strong left mantra to punch the pirate that Penelope stabbed in order to finish it off. I'll have an advantage on hits since they're knocked prone. Neat. That's a 21 to hit and 5 bludgeoning damage.
That's enough to kill. How do you want to do it?
After the foolish pirate pushes Penelope off, I jump in and punch them right in the stomach with an enormous force, breaking the floor and sending them into the lower decks.
Wow! I didn't know Boomstick could punch that hard.
Psh, nothing special. I could probably also do that if I felt like it. I'm just going easy on these fools.
All right, that's pretty awesome. But now there's a hole in the deck where the pirate once stood, which can become a hazard in the future. Crossing the hole will require an acrobatics check. Unless you walk around it, of course.
Well, since that probably also applies to enemies, I now have a bit of defense from melee attackers on the west side.
True, actually.
And for my bonus action, I'll try to set fire to the one north of me with my produce spark talent. Damn it, that's a 12.
Lionel sends out a small flame, but the elite pirate dodges it with finesse. It is now Captain Kimeira's turn. He flourishes his cutlass as red shards cover the blade, creating sharp serrated points. The captain slashes his sword, sending out a magical glass shard, which flies towards Andreo Kotof. An 8, which misses.
Ha! Get owned. I dodge like Neo from the Matrix, avoiding the shard like a badass. I call out to Chunky Kim. Try hitting me next time, fatso!
You'll eat those words, Egghead.
The opposing pirate captain seems to be enraged by your taunt.
Womp womp. Cry me a river.
It's now Basil's turn.
I think we should clean up some of these pirates. I'll cast my Lightning Beam mantra on the one that's furthest away so that I don't get disadvantage on my roll, which is the one Andreo kicked. After that, it should hopefully chain and deal some solid damage. Well, the dice god said no. A 4 and 2 5s. None of those hit.
Basil's lighting beam fails as the pirates dodge the surging currents with ease.
Oof. Well, that sucks. A waste of a mantra slot. Wait, could I use my passive ability as a Gremmer in order to detect ingredients in battle?
Sure, but your summon cauldron can't be used in battle, so I don't know why you would do that.
Well, I can detect any ingredients in a 100-foot radius. I might be able to find gunpowder, which we could detonate.
That's a plan I could totally get behind. Explosions are always sick.
All right, I'll do some rolls. This will use up your bonus action and remaining movement. Using your divine senses, you scry 2 gunpowder barrels below deck. They're quite large, and thus can't be picked up. Their locations are briefly marked on the map.
Those could come in handy later.
The final group of elite pirates now approach as they run towards Penelope. One of them carries 2 daggers and tries to slash at her. The first hit connects with a 16 to hit, slashing Penelope across her skinny arms as she grits her teeth in pain. She takes 9 slashing damage. The second hit misses with an 11 as Penelope blocks the attack with one of her short swords. The other pirate lunges at her with a falchion, attempting to stab her in the chest. They rolled a natural 1. As they attempt to stab the felloner with their blade, Penelope parries it with one of her short swords. She counterattacks with her other short sword, slashing the tendons of the pirate's hand, making them drop their falchion, inflicting 4 slashing damage.
Penny's cooking him, look at her go.
It's now the other pirate's turn. You hear Captain Kimeira call out an order to his pirates.
Target the bald one. Make him never see the light of day ever again.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Oh, so that's how we're gonna play this? Bring it on, Blubberguts.
The melee pirate, after being kicked, moves north of you and tries to grapple you. That's a 16. They rush in and tackle you, and then grab you under the arms. The ranged pirate lines up a shot, which now has advantage on hit, since you're restricted.
Wait, they can do that shit?
Anything is possible in make-believe, and D&D is basically just make-believe for adults.
You're kinda right, and I hate you for that.
The ranged pirate rolled a 14, which still misses. They line up a shot to the bounty hunter's head with their plundered flintlock, giving an awful smile. They fire, but Andreo thinks quickly and dodges with just his head as the bullet whizzes by.
That's right, bitch, I'm him.
The second group of pirates also begin to target the bounty hunter. The more western one moves slightly up, and the more southern one tries that as well.
Well, since they're moving out of my range, I can do one of those attacks of opportunity, right?
Indeed, but your weapon isn't exactly meant for close-range combat, so it's not going to have that high of a chance at succeeding.
Still worth a shot.
All right, then roll for an attack of opportunity with disadvantage.
Yeah, 12 isn't cutting it.
Lionel attempts to pistol whip the pirate running past him, but is too slow. The 2 pirates approach the still grappled Andreo Kotof, and they begin hacking and slashing wildly. Wow. A 7 and an 11, so both miss. Both of those hits were on advantage, by the way.
Need I remind you as to why I'm the top G?
Both pirates miss their swings as Andreo Kotof dodges with his lightning-fast reactions, even while still grappled.
I could probably solo this entire encounter if I wanted to. I'm just that good.
Yeah, sure, whatever you say.
Oh, and what has this 5'7" deer midget done all fight? Miss a mantra and detected some gunpowder? Don't make me laugh.
Ease it, Andreo. We're supposed to fight them, not ourselves.
It's now Penelope's turn. She uses her race's innate ability, Tricky Fighter, in order to displace an enemy in melee range, switching her position with the pirate below her as a main action. This will require a contested acrobatics check. Penelope rolled an 18 versus the pirate's 7, so it succeeds. She vaults over her adversary with skill, leaving them confused as she now stands behind them. Penelope uses her light flourish mantra as a bonus action in order to knock them into the hole Lionel created with his strong left mantra. That's a 22 to hit, which lands. After her successful vault, she slashes with her short sword in an X pattern and then kicks the elite pirate into the hole. They fall and scream as they land in the storage area below deck, taking 7 slashing damage from the flourish, and they're now out of the fight completely.
Well, if anyone's going to solo this, it's Penelope.
Aw, hell nah. Do you think I'm going to be outdone by a cat? I'm showing all y'all the power of a top G. I'm breaking out of this bind, and then I'll break these pirates down with my moves.
Roll a contested athletics check versus the pirate grappling you.
I rolled a 15.
The pirate rolled a 14, which means you succeeded. The bounty hunter manages to barely break out of the bind, and he looks around, surrounded by 3 pirates from almost all sides.
Ha, nothing I can't handle. I'll cast rapid kicks on the pirate north of me to finish them off. With my Justicar focus giving me +3 on hit and extra damage, this will destroy them. Now behold, the power of the top G Ultra Mix Mega Slam Kick combo. Oh, god damn it. A natural 1. Seriously? Now? Out of all fucking times?
As Andreo Kotof launches his first kick of what were supposed to be many, the pirate predicts him and grabs him by the leg with their offhand, leaving the bounty hunter immobilized. The pirate drops their sword and winds up and punches you straight in the balls, dealing 8 bludgeoning damage and knocking you prone.
You're gonna have to change your title to the bottom G, bro. I have never seen anyone fumble that hard before.
Honestly, you had it coming.
Man, screw all of you. That was supposed to be awesome.
It's time for good old Lionel Scarson to clean this house. I'll use my lock and talent on the flintlock pirate as a bonus action, which gives me a +4 on hit and 1d4 extra piercing damage. I then aim to fire at them with my own flintlock. Hell yeah, boys. Natural 20 to hit. My gunshot deals 21 piercing damage.
Well, that's a one-shot kill. How do you want to do it?
I spin my flintlock like a revolver and line up a shot. I shoot, and the bullet flies right through their eye, killing them instantly as their brains paint the wooden decks they were once standing on. Summer Company sends their regards, bitch.
Captain Kimeira sees his flintlock pirate killed instantly and clenches his fists in anger.
Damn it! Do you know how difficult it is to get good grunts in this economy?
Stop letting your grunts steal shit from the Summer Company, then?
Fine, fancy man. You now incur the full wrath of me, Kimeira Blackblubber.
Red stained shards swirl around his blade as he raises it skyward.
Crystal Fissure.
A large red crystal starts to form, hovering a couple feet over the deck of the ship. It gleams brilliantly as the evening sun shines its light upon it. He then fires a shard of red stained glass at it with his crystal saber. The wayward shard ricochets on the giant red crystal surface and flies towards Lionel. A 16 to hit, 3 piercing damage and 3 bleed damage. The ricocheting shard hits the Kenorian gunslinger in the left shoulder, implanting itself and causing a stream of blood to flow. Penelope looks at you, distressed.
Boomstick, are you all right? That looked pretty bad.
It's fine, Penny. I can live this. You should worry about yourself.
All right.
It's now Basil's turn.
All right, so first, Andreo Kotof. You're claiming to be the strongest here, right?
Claiming? Bitch, I am the strongest. What are you getting at?
Well, perfect. You'll be able to handle what I'll do next. I'll throw my fetid blight at the pirate north of me, creating a 3x3 stink cloud, which requires everyone in it to roll a constitution check above 15, or else they throw up and lose their main action and half of their movement for a turn. The cloud also lingers for 2 turns, so you'll have to move.
Yo, what?
Geez, just hold your nose or something. That's a 19 on my throwing, which most certainly lands.
It sure does. The potion smashes into the floor, creating a yellow stench cloud, enveloping the pirates and the bounty hunter. Now everyone in the zone has to make a constitution saving throw.
This better not fuck me up too. All right, good. That's a 17.
The pirates rolled a 6, a 7, and a 15. As Andreo hears the warning from Basil, he covers his mouth and nose as the fumes rise, avoiding immediate contact with the cloud. The pirates on Andreo's west and north both throw up from the nasty stench of the potion. Only the pirate on his east manages to stay resilient.
Well, since I still have my main action left, I'll use my Volt Warp to teleport to the pirate north of Andreo and hopefully finish it off. A 15 to hit and 11 damage. Nice. That is probably enough to kill them.
It is. How do you want to do it?
I wreathe myself in a cloak of lightning as I teleport to the north of the pirate. I appear behind them as the uncontrollable force of my lightning travels through the elite pirate, electrifying them from the inside out. They cough up their last drops of blood as they keel over. After that, I quickly move to the west in order to reposition myself. As an alchemist, I am immune to the harming effects of my own potions, so no rolls needed from me.
You also regain your lost mantra slot with the help of your mantra permanence talent. It is now the 3rd elite pirate's turn. They start by attempting to shoulder tackle Penelope. Wow, that's another natural one. As the pirate attempts to tackle Penelope, the Feliner girl avoids the blow and trips them up with her foot, making the dagger pirates suffer 3 points of bludgeoning damage as they fall over, losing their bonus action as well. They quickly regain their footing and do not stay prone.
That fucking cat girl might as well have plot armor.
I'd call it dice armor, since the dice rolls are the ones that decide if we succeed or fail.
It's now Pirate Group 2's turn. The puking pirate on Andreo's left runs out of the stinking cloud, escaping the stench, but takes no action. The pirate on the bounty hunter's right attempts to slash at him before escaping the cloud. A 16 to hit and 8 slashing damage. The pirate carves through the armor of Andreo, leaving a gaping wound.
Ah, this little bastard.
The pirate then attempts to escape the fitted blight cloud by running around the bounty hunter to the west, rendezvousing with their other comrade.
Since this beta is running out of my melee range, I'll make an attack of opportunity. A 23 to hit and 7 bludgeoning damage. That'll teach them!
As the pirate attempts to make their escape, Andreo lands a powerful knee to their side, making them lose their breath for a short while. Alas, the pirate keeps running despite this, and manages to group up with their other comrade.
I'm going to have to escape this shitty Cloud 2 next turn, thanks you deer-horned fuck.
Pretty sure you don't have to make another roll, since you already made one when I threw the potion. But sure, stay mad.
It is now Penelope's turn. She goes to attack the pirate closest to her twice with her short swords. A 16 and a 7 to hit, so the first hit succeeds. She lunges at the pirate, landing an impressive stab as she pierces through, dealing 6 piercing damage. As she attempts to land a second strike, the pirate deflects it with her dagger, leaving them both at a neutral state once more.
Well, I think it's about time I actually get shit done in this fight. I'll move diagonally down to the left and attack the pirate twice with my kicks. An 18 and a dirty 20, things are looking good again. I got max damage on one of the rolls, which is a 9, and then a 6 on my other. Combined, my kicks deal 15 bludgeoning damage, which should be enough to kill.
That does in fact kill. How do you want to do it?
Hell yes, I've been waiting for this moment. I approach the pirate and land a devastating kick combo, breaking most of their bones in their upper body. The lowly pirate shits themselves in fear from the sheer testosterone I'm radiating, as I raise my leg high and annihilate their skull with a powerful axe kick, destroying them like a Mortal Kombat fatality.
Damn, that's sick. It's now Lionel's turn.
Well, I think we can all agree that it's time to fight the actual boss. I'll use my lock and talent, and then take aim to fire at the captain. Damn it, I rolled a 10.
As Lionel focuses, aiming for a bullseye, he fires. However, Captain Kimeira uses his ruby saber to parry the bullet, protecting himself from the dangerous projectile. The fat captain laughs.
Land a hit on me if you dare, fancy man.
We'll see about that, Captain. The tides are turning against you.
The tides may be turning, but the storm has just begun.
Kimeira begins to run, but not towards Lionel. He rushes for his rival, the bounty hunter. In his offhand, he crystallizes an unstable spear of red shards, lunging for Andreo.
Ruby Lancer.
An 8, which misses. The captain lunges forwards with his spear, aiming for Andreo's chest. Andreo reacts quickly and rolls to the side, avoiding the stab. The spear breaks into a cloud of beautiful red mist and fades.
I don't think you're safe just yet, Baldy.
The captain uses his master's flourish mantra, keeping the offensive rush in motion. A 15 to hit and 8 slashing damage. Kimeira lands a brutal onslaught of slashes, bringing Andreo down to a knee.
Holy shit, I'm down to 1 HP. Luckily, I have some greater healing flasks with me.
Wait, you do? You should give it to me on your next turn. I can heal us both with my placebo effect talent.
Is the healing effect the same? Otherwise, I ain't sharing it.
It's exactly the same, but you'll also have to survive for a turn in order for you to first give it to me, and then I also have to drink it. Wait, Barack, can I just run over to him and grab it from his inventory?
Sure, nothing's really stopping you. But grabbing the potion will consume your main action, just so you know.
I'm fine with that. I'll go close to Andreo and snatch a potion, and then activate my placebo effect talent in order to heal us both.
You restore 14 HP each from the greater healing flask, and the wounds on your bodies quickly patch up.
Damn, that's some good shit right there. Perhaps I treated you too harshly, dear guy.
You're gonna have to show me where to get these potions. This healing is fantastic.
Sure, as long as we survive this shit.
It's now the last pirate in the third group's turn. They make a final rush for Penelope, and they cast their mantra, Ceaseless Slashes. This will require both of them to make 3 contested attack hit rolls, and whichever rolls the highest total wins, making the loser take the damage of 1 critical hit melee attack.
Oh shit. I hope Penny wins this. I don't think she would be able to live a critical hit.
The pirate rolled a 20, a 13, and a 12, which totals to 45. Penelope rolled a 25 and 12 and an 8, which also totals to 45. That means neither of them take damage. The two fighters are locked into an intense knife fight, with none of them gaining any progress as they both parry and dodge their adversaries' hits.
Holy hell, this is getting intense.
It is now the other pirate's turn. They seem to approach Andreo at first, but the captain interjects.
No, attack the Grimoire. He's their healer.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Fuck.
The pirate prepares for an overhead swing towards the Grimoirian alchemist. 15 to hit and 8 slashing damage. Their mighty cutlass crashes down on the alchemist's shoulder, slashing diagonally across his body, drawing more blood. It is now Penelope's turn. As she's struggling with a clash of blades with her enemy, she moves, ducks, and attempts to sweep the legs of her opponent to trip them up with her low sweep mantra as a bonus action. A 14 to hit and 4 bludgeoning damage. The Feliner girl surprises her opponent with a sudden kick to their ankles, knocking them prone. She then attempts to stab them using her main hand short sword. Oof, natural 1. As Penelope tries to stab her opponent, who's on their back, the pirate reacts quickly and kicks the Feliner in the mouth, dealing 3 bludgeoning damage and knocking her down on her back as well. Penelope holds her hand over her mouth in pain from the brutal kick. She spits on the side as she sees her saliva being mixed with blood.
Oh no, Penny, can you handle this?
Ouch. It hurts, but I'm fine.
If you ever need my help, call out my name.
It is now Andreo's turn.
In order to deal with this fat ass spamming his mantras, I'll cast Throat Chop on Captain Kimeira to silence him for a turn. It might be difficult since he might not even have a neck to begin with. Okay, awesome. A 19 to hit and max damage, which is 12.
The martial artist lands a devastating blow with his right hand, chopping with intensity as if his entire arm was a sword. Kimeira loses his breath from the impact and exhales violently. He cannot cast mantras the next turn, as he is silenced, unable to speak.
Wait, that begs the question, do we need to speak in order to cast a mantra?
In lore, yes. It's not required to scream it or call it out like some characters do. In the setting, you basically just need to whisper your attack names in order to cast them.
So, if you're born mute, can you just not use mantras at all?
Well, that's a different topic, but I won't say anything about it. I'll leave it up to your imagination. On to Lionel's turn.
Hello? It's still my turn, guys?
All right, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to use Karita Focus in order to power up my attacks next turn.
All right, now it's Lionel's turn.
Okay, I'll walk slightly further ahead, past the hole. Then I'll cast my Flare Snap mantra in order to hopefully blind the captain and the pirate next to him. A 21 to hit on the pirate, and a 13 for Kimeira.
The lone pirate is blinded, as Lionel sends out a violent flash at the snap of his fingers. The blinding lights burn into their retinas, reducing their AC by 2 and giving them disadvantage on hit for 2 turns. The captain, however, recognized the motions of the mantra and had already covered his eyes, avoiding the blindness.
Is he going to keep dodging my shit or what? Well, whatever, I'm out of produce sparks, so I'll instead just mark him with my talent as a bonus action.
It is now Kimeira's turn. He keeps his offensive on Basil in order to neutralize the party's healer. Since he's silenced, he'll just perform a regular slash with his crystallized saber. 7 to hit, which misses. Basil stands prepared for the captain's assault and parries the saber with his greatsword. Kimeira has now recovered from the throat chop.
All right, for my turn, I'm going to try to deal some damage to the pirate next to me with my greatsword. We're almost done with thinning their numbers. A 15 to hit and 10 slashing damage.
Basil, after parrying Kimeira's slash, switches targets and directs his attack to the pirate. Using his Zweihander, he cleaves through the light armor of the blinded pirate, dealing massive damage and leaving a large gaping wound on their body. The cloud of stench has now disappeared.
Nice. On my next turn, I should be able to take them out.
It's now the other pirate's turn. They bring themselves to their feet and move around as they make an attempt to shove the knocked Penelope into the hole of the upper deck.
No, fuck.
Oh, that's not good at all.
Oh no, not the cat girl. Okay, well, to be honest, I don't even know who the hell she is.
An 18 to hit, which succeeds. As Penelope tries to regain her footing, she's suddenly shoved into the hole by her enemy. However, the fellow reacts quickly and drags the dagger-wielding pirate down with her into the hole. Penelope is no longer in this fight and is instead fighting the dagger pirate and the other pirate she kicked down below deck.
We're going to have to finish this quickly. Otherwise, I'll have to jump down there too.
We might need your help against the captain. Only jump down if it's 100% necessary.
It's now Elite Pirate 2's turn. Even when they're both blinded and injured, they attempt to attack Basil, following their captain's order to the very end. A 6 to hit, which fails, as the pirate swings and hits the air, doing absolutely nothing. It's now Andreo's turn.
I'll first take out this weakened pirate with a regular double attack. My Karita Focus has enhanced both my hit rate and damage, so this should be a piece of cake. 23 to hit and 12 bludgeoning damage. As easy as hustling money from idiots.
Your attack kills. How do you want to do it?
I'm hitting this pathetic and blind bozo with a spinning kick aimed at their legs, breaking their bones. As they fall to their knees, I bring myself low and land the meanest shoryuken you've ever seen, uppercutting them and sending them several feet skyward. They're launched completely off the ship, falling into the waters below.
You still have one more attack left, correct?
Yeah, that first one was my main action. I'll kick again, except this time it's against Kimmy Boy. Ah shit, that's only a 12 to hit.
Since you missed an attack against Kimeira in melee range, he activates his talent, Glassdancer's riposte. Roll for damage.
Okay, I'll roll for damage. That's 8 bludgeoning damage.
Kimeira conjures a crystallized shield in his offhand, using it to parry your kick. He then uses his saber to repulse to you, stabbing you in the stomach, dealing 4 piercing damage.
It seems his riposte deals half of the damage of the missed attack.
Oh, so that's why he wanted me to roll for damage.
It's now Lionel's turn.
I'll start things off by winding up my offhand, using my strong left on Kimeira. Hell yeah, boys. 21 to hit and almost max damage, which is 14 bludgeoning damage.
The gunslinger Kenora unleashes a punch of raw strength, creating a shockwave in the air as the captain is flung 10 feet back, backflipping uncontrollably in the air. Kimeira succeeds the Constitution save and isn't knocked prone. He lands, planting his saber into the ground to stop his backwards momentum.
Sha, not bad, fancy man. I actually felt that one.
What? Does all that blubber usually make you impervious to pain?
Big talk coming from you. I can tell we share the same appetite.
Hey yo, he just called you fat. If I were you, I would not let that slide.
Kimeira moves to the north side of his crystal fissure and swings twice with his saber, sending out 2 red wayward shards. They ricochet on the surface of the crystal fissure, gaining momentum. One flies for Lionel, and the other flies for Basil. 2 12s, which both miss. Both Basil and Lionel dodge, avoiding the dangerous projectiles.
Wait, do you notice where he's standing?
Yeah, I do now that you said it. Do you reckon it's time?
What the hell are you guys talking about?
He's really close to the gunpowder, which Lionel could ignite. He's standing just 5 feet north of it. Barack, what's the explosive radius of the gunpowder crate?
Roll for investigation.
That's a 17.
Judging by its size, when you used your divination senses, it would easily destroy anything in a 10-foot radius. It would take about a turn in order to detonate, since it's sealed inside of a sturdy wooden crate.
I have a plan, but it requires that we all work together perfectly.
All right, what you got?
First, we need Andreo to break the planks above the gunpowder so Lionel's flames can reach it. You claimed you could do the same when Lionel broke the planks with his strong left.
Of course, lil bro. I just gotta stomp the floor real hard.
After that, Lionel should be able to set fire to it with his flame repulsion, lighting it up. We have about a turn to run after that. To seal the deal, I can use my lightning stream mantra to pull him down into the hole after Lionel lights the fuse.
A slight problem, though. I'm extremely low on HP, and if he manages to knock one of us, the plan fails.
Not to worry. The cooldown on my placebo effect talent should be gone. Andreo, mind if I grab a potion?
Not at all. Go ahead.
Perfect. I'll take a potion from Andreo's inventory and then move next to Lionel and drink the potion in order to heal the both of us.
You restore 16 HP from the greater healing flask, greatly restoring your energy and closing almost all of your wounds.
Damn, Andreo. You weren't lying when you said this was some good shit.
I know, right? Whoever made these potions deserve a raise at the apothecary.
All right, now I'll run as far as I can to the west.
Good, and I'll run up and break the floor with a mighty stomp.
In order to break the floor, you'll have to roll an athletics check.
Easy. My athletics modifier is huge. That's a 21, so there's no way this fails.
As you approach, Kimeira stands prepared to guard. However, his confidence turns into confusion as Andreo stomps a massive hole into the deck of the ship. The planks break, revealing the gunpowder crate in the storage area beneath. However, Kimeira is clueless as to what your plan is.
Huh? Are you stomping cockroaches or something?
Yep, and you're next on the stomping block.
While I do appreciate the free pest control, I don't appreciate threats against myself. Or you breaking my wooden decks. Do you know what this kind of wood this is?
No? Should I?
I spruce imported straight from the North Luminant. Do you know how much I paid for this shit?
Oh no. Guess what?
What?
I don't give a shit.
I guess I walked right into that one.
Now, for my turn, I'll sprint close to the hole and cast my flame repulsion mantra to blow this shit up.
Wait, won't that hit me too?
Yeah, you'll just have to dodge it.
Man, everyone's throwing their attacks on me today, huh?
Kimeira and Andreo will have to roll an acrobatics check in order to avoid the flame repulsion. Kimeira rolled a 13, which also fails.
I got a 4, so I guess I'm taking damage.
Don't worry, my innate talents make me deal half damage to allies, and I also rolled the lowest possible damage, which is 4 fire damage.
So that big hyped up flame repulsion did 2 damage? Man, I feel like I got scammed.
Well, the goal was to light up the gunpowder to detonate it, so things are still going as planned. Speaking of that, did the crate get lit on fire?
Well, as the weak wave of fire emerges from Lionel, sparks and embers seep into the hole and gather at the top of the wooden crate, slowly burning it. Kimeira now notices your plan, and his expression turns into shock. The crate will explode at the end of Lionel's next turn.
You bastards. So that's why you were breaking the wooden deck.
That's right, idiot. Did it take you that long to figure it out?
You're maniacs, the lot of you. You'll kill us all. I have to get out of here.
The captain disengages, avoiding any attacks of opportunity, and runs 25 feet to the east, desperately trying to avoid the explosion.
Not on my watch. I'll move to the west side of the hole, and I'll cast my lightning stream mantra to drag him in. Yes, that's a 19 to hit.
As Kimeira attempts to run away, Basil conjures a stream of electricity, catching the retreating captain like a lasso. It grabs him by the leg and begins to drag him into the hole.
No, you fiend, you can't do this to me. I will not have the Blackblubber legacy sullied by you dumb fuck.
Kimeira falls into the hole, and you can hear him scream obscenities at you loudly from below deck.
Well, that's a job well done, boys.
Swoop, you hear me?
But suddenly you hear the captain yell.
Detonate.
The floating ruby crystal explodes into a storm of volatile shards, requiring all of you to make an acrobatics check.
Oh shit, he better not have the last laugh.
I got a 4. Yikes.
A 6 from me, so not much better actually.
I got an 18, so hopefully I'm safe.
Basil and Andreo are hit with hundreds of sharp blast needles, dealing 13 piercing damage and 3 bleed damage to Basil, and 6 piercing and 1 bleed damage to Andreo. Lionel had managed to throw himself to the floor, thus avoiding the shard storm.
Ouch, well that hurts, but it won't stop me from running to safety. Let's all gather on the south side.
Sounds wise. I'll just run as fast as I can in order to be safe. I'm not taking any more risks like that again. I'll gesture for my co-captain to come closer, so that we can board the ship.
I have to run and jump into the hole where Penelope went. We have to get her out of here before the ship eventually sinks.
Lionel brings himself back to his feet and begins to run into the hole which the young felloner fell into. As Lionel lands, he notices something. The ground is covered in blood. He views the surroundings of the storage area. Indeed, it is a massacre. The air stinks of gore, and the damage in the area shows that there's been an intense battle.
No, where is she? Where's Penelope?
You begin to frantically search through the area, following the scent of blood. You find the source of it all? You see two pirates lying on the ground in a puddle of blood. They both have lethal wounds, some covering the entire body. One of the pirates has even been decapitated. In the middle of it all, you see Penelope kneeling and drenched in blood.
Penny, are you all right? We have to get out of here. It's about to blow.
Her eyes do not move, nor does any part of her body. She simply kneels, staring at her bloodied hands. Her eyes are completely blank, almost lifeless. Upon closer inspection, you notice soft yet hurried breathing. Her body is covered in bruises and cuts, and she's missing her jacket. The two short swords you gifted her back at Erisia lie next to her. One of the blades are shattered, with the edge broken in half.
I'll pick her up and try to get out of here. I don't have any more time to spare.
As you lift the feliner, you notice how she subconsciously picks up one of the short swords from the floor and keeps it close to her chest. You attempt to make your way back to where you came from, but then you hear it and feel it. A detonation. The ship rumbles with intensity as the humid air begins to feel much warmer. You manage to keep your footing. However, a surge of flames race through the storage area as the gunpowder explodes.
I'll cover and shield Penelope as best as I can.
The flames burn relentlessly, like a never-ending stream in a waterfall. Lionel hunches over and protects Penelope to the best of his ability. He takes 21 points of fire damage as the fierce flames severely burn him, charring his uniform.
Fuck, that hurts. I'll try to get back to the surface of the ship, using any crates I can find to stack myself upwards.
The severely burnt Lionel manages to climb to the deck of the ship, using one arm to carry Penelope. As he makes it to the surface, he notices that the ship is tilting, slowly filling with water. A look around shows the bounty hunter's luxurious frigate about 30 feet behind him as both Andreo and Basil stand on its deck. The surrounding waters move hurriedly as several massive sea creatures move just under the surface of the water, consuming the dead pirates that have fallen into the ocean.
Move closer. We need him aboard.
Sir, that maneuver would be way too dangerous. We'd be at risk of crashing.
Wait, let me use my lightning stream on him. I can try to drag him aboard. Damn it, that's only a 10.
The Grimorian alchemist tries to conjure his stream of electricity to grab the injured gunslinger, but doesn't reach. The burning ship starts sinking faster, capsizing. Lionel falls over and begins to slowly slide down the ship.
Hurry, dear boy. There's not much time left.
I'll try again, it's now or never. Yes, that's a 22.
Basil's stream of electricity embraces Lionel, but has a hard time moving him. The stream lacks the raw strength to carry both of them at the same time. The ship sinks further into the ocean as the ravenous creatures of the depths anticipate their next meal. In order for the stream to work as someone's lifeline, one has to go.
What? No, you can't mean. We have to sacrifice someone?
If we have to sacrifice someone, then let it be me. I've lived a full life, but she hasn't. Penelope deserves better.
What is this pussy shit I'm hearing? No one dies under the top G's watch. You hear me? No one.
But how? There's barely any time left.
I'll channel my last 2 mantra slots into Basil, giving him all of my ether. Then I'll grab the stream and drag them up. Hell, I'll pick Basil up too if I have to.
Roll for athletics.
Easy 23. No one is dying today.
As Andreo transfuses all of his ether into Basil, the stream grows in strength and now is able to drag both the Kenor and the Feliner. With the bounty hunter's additional muscle, he helps pull the two of them to the safety of his frigate. Lionel crawls aboard with the help of the lightning stream, still carrying Penelope over his shoulder. Captain Kimeira's ship now sinks into the depths of the ocean and will soon be forgotten by the waves. Some of Andreo's crew gather around to watch the frigate sink as Kimeira's old crew celebrate his defeat. Combat is over.
Good grief, that was way more intense than I thought it would be.
Basil, Andreo, thank you so much for saving Penelope and I.
No problem, man. Just doing my work.
Quick, do we have any healing potions? Penny's seriously injured?
We have some in the medic bay. Follow me.
You all follow Andreo into the lower deck, where you find a room filled with beds and storage compartments, presumably their medical area. The medic bay is tidy and sporting a rich mahogany finish. Clearly, this room is well maintained.
I'll lay Penny down onto one of the beds. Actually, that might stain the sheets.
It's fine. We wash them often. Hell, you look pretty fucked up too with all those burn marks. You might need a bed yourself.
Yeah, you're right. I'll gently lay Penny down onto the bed.
Well, now I have to find the medicinal stuff. I usually have a guy for that, but he's probably up partying like a madman.
Allow me to assist you. What are you looking for exactly?
Well, we have some sort of medicine that you apply directly onto the skin. Usually works wonders on cuts and bruises.
Barack, I know what that is, right?
Of course. What Andreo is describing is a common type of salve beloved by duelists, soldiers, and people who often suffer cuts.
Well, all right, I'll search through the salve section here. We might find something.
You quickly find a stash of rejuvenating salves. You pick one up and inspect it. The color of the liquid is a light green, with small chunks floating around. Judging by how the liquid moves, its consistency can be described as a thick gel.
This ought to do the trick. I'll move over to Lionel and Penelope and show them what I found.
Good job, dear boy. Let's heal her up.
I'm on the case. I'll open this bottle and begin to apply some of the gel on her wounds.
Roll for medicine.
I got a 19 on my roll, which should patch her up pretty nicely.
With your expertise, you skillfully apply the gel to her most vital areas, closing most of her shallow wounds instantly.
We might need a wet cloth to wipe off some of this excess blood.
I've got one right here.
Great. Let's clean her up a little. By the way, didn't she have a jacket before?
Yeah, I think she lost it below deck.
Basil thoroughly cleans the girl, wiping away the blood from the face and arms. She remains unmoving. She still holds Lionel's dagger close to herself.
Why hasn't she woken up yet?
Maybe she just needs more time? She was grievously injured and might need some rest.
But wouldn't the salve have healed her by now?
There's always a risk that she's, you know.
Yeah, I know. She never deserved to be dragged into these fights. She should have lived a normal life instead.
Some are just born unfortunate. It's tragic, nothing you can really do about it.
The hell are you guys talking about? She's not dead. I've seen this 1,000 times before. I'll walk over and put this box of smelling salts under her nose.
As the bounty hunter proceeds with his action, the young felloner's nose wrinkles and her mouth opens, and suddenly,
Achoo! Ew, yucky smell.
the young feloner looks around surprised.
Oh, hi, Boomstick.
Oh, thank fucking Christ she's not dead.
See? I told you.
Why are you all looking at me? Why am I in this really soft bed?
Do you not remember? The battle at the pirate ship?
I remember fighting with you, and then falling into the hole in the pirate ship. I fought 2 pirates that were really strong down there. After that, everything went dark.
Well, I don't know the whole story, but when I found you, you had sort of overkilled them. It was literally a bloodbath.
Sounds spooky, don't remember that.
Suddenly you hear an intense growl, which emanates throughout the entire room.
Could it be a sea monster?
Oh, god damn it. I don't want any razor fins fucking up my frigate.
Haha, nope. It's just my tummy.
This episode is sending me through an entire emotional roller coaster every second. I need a damn break.
Speaking of a break, you probably need some of this salve too, since last time I checked, you were on just a couple hit points.
Yeah, of course. I don't need you rubbing it on me. I'll apply it to myself.
Sure, you do you.
Also, I believe it's time for dinner. It's safe to say that most of us are hungry after this encounter.
Facts. A good steak and some wine would hit the spot.
A hearty stew would be nice.
Penelope's eyes light up.
Do you have bird?
What kind of bird? We got chicken, pheasant, and turkey. Hell, anything we've managed to hustle from the food merchants.
Bird from sky, please.
What, like a magpie or a seagull?
Yes.
I look over to the boys. Is she a fucking psychopath? Who actually eats magpies? I bet she likes it unseasoned too.
Well, she enjoyed eating random birds she found in trees and shrubbery back at the Temple of Forgotten Flame in Erisia. It's how she fed herself.
Bro, you gotta share all of this lore. This is straight up ridiculous.
Dude, you have no idea how much lore we have. We're going to have to share this over some dinner, though.
Of course, most of our cooks are already preparing food, so the chow's coming soon. For now, follow me into the dining hall. Let's take some seats before everyone else gets there.
You follow Andreo into the vast dining hall below the deck of his frigate. 4 long tables are placed in the middle of the room, draped with blue and gold cloths. The chairs offer a decorated backrest, along with cushioning. The several candelabras placed on the corners of the area bring a cozy and warm light to the hall. Some crewmates wear clothes which resemble the clothes of butlers and waiters, setting the tables with plates and cutlery for the feast. Penelope follows you silently, observing the unusually luxurious surroundings.
These seats in the corner will do nicely.
Thank you.
Thanks. Also, aren't those candelabras kind of a fire hazard?
Well, we haven't had a fire here yet. If we did have one, I'm sure the crew would handle it.
Speaking of the crew, the rest of the ship's servants barge into the dining hall, eager to chow down and have their fill. They scramble to find seats, and a small scuffle between 2 groups of people erupts. They seem to be bickering about who got there first, and which group gets to eat at the table.
Damn it, really? I guess snatching 40 crew members from someone else's ship has some consequences. Orlando, do your thing.
Orlando? Who's that?
That would be my co-captain. He's a seasoned veteran and used to have his own crew. He's even managed to venture into the second layer of the depths and come out alive.
Amongst the crowd, a very tall and muscular man stands. His expression is stern, with a scruffy black beard covering most of it. Upon hearing Andreo's order, he nods and walks to the group of bickering sailors. His immediate presence makes one of them freeze up, and most of the sailors turn around to look at the towering man.
Please, settle down. There's a lot to live for in this life. but quarrels are not one of them.
You see, we were...
Orlando's eyes narrow, and he stares at the hapless sailor with silent contempt.
Are you mad at us?
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. I expected better from you all.
The scuffle has died down completely as the crewmates stare in shock. The beefing sailors then nod to each other in silence and walk their separate ways. As you look closer, you can see one of the sailors on the brink of tears from just a simple verbal exchange.
They're crying?
You don't want to disappoint Orlando. He sees the best in everyone.
Well, damn, yeah, I can see that.
Orlando strides to your table and gives another silent nod to Andreo.
I'll give him a quick thumbs up and a smile.
His face changes from a stern death stare to a beaming, bubbly expression. He chuckles a little.
I'm just doing my thing, lad. Who are these guests you're bringing? Anyone's hand I've got to shake?
These three are the ones that helped me take out Kimeira. They were actually captured by him until we pulled up.
Ah, yes, I did meet the Grimmer once you two boarded the ship. Basil was the name, right?
Correct.
And these others?
Lionel Scarson of the Summer Company.
Personally, not a fan of them.
And, I'm Penny. Nice to meet you.
I see you're a fellow Felonor. Did you come here all the way from the hidden village?
You take notice of Orlando's cat-like ears, which hang under his large bicorn hat.
Yes, how'd you know?
Just guessing. So, where were y'all heading before you got caught?
To Summer Isle.
The Felonor man's eyes narrow slightly, and he looks over to the bounty hunting captain.
You know the deal. I'll be eating my dinner in my cabin.
Got it.
Orlando walks out of the dining hall and into his personal room.
Mind if I ask what the deal is?
Well, the deal is quite simple. If we're going anywhere near Summer Isle or any territories that ally with the Central Authority, he stays inside. He's sort of a wanted criminal.
A wanted criminal? What's he wanted for?
I don't exactly know. You might have to ask him yourself. Then again, he might not trust you all that much considering the faction that Lionel is hired by.
Well, that's pretty inconvenient. Since I'm allied with the Summer Company, do I know what crimes he's wanted for?
Roll for history.
Dang, that's a 4.
You have a feeling you should know it, but the thought slips from your mind.
We might be able to ask him later.
A man with slicked back hair and a luxurious silk vest approaches your table, holding a notepad. Several other waiters approach the many tables of the dining hall, each taking orders.
Good evening to you all. What would you like to order?
I'll have the usual, with a glass of sparkling water.
Your finest steak with a glass of red wine. That's all for me.
A seafood stew or boil, something of the likes. Normal water's fine for me. Thank you.
The waiter writes in his notepad and then looks over to Penelope.
And what would you like, young missus?
1 fried seagull, please.
The waiter is about to write it down, but stops himself halfway as his eyes widen and his eyebrows raise. He looks back over to the girl with a baffled look on his face.
I'm sorry, did I hear that correctly?
Yes, double batter, extra crispy. Oh, and a glass of hand-squeezed pomar juice, please.
The waiter stares helplessly at Andreo, searching for any semblance of an explanation. You see him mouth the words to the bounty hunter. Is she out of her mind?
I shrug at him. Roll with it.
The waiter coughs and composes himself.
Ahem. Thank you. Expect your food to come a little later than usual, Andreo, as we're experiencing a sudden influx of crew members.
That's fine for me. So guys, about that lore, what have you guys been doing over in Erisia?
That question will have to be answered the next session, as this episode comes to a close. I am so terribly sorry that this session took so damn long to finish. Work has been kicking my ass and is taking most of my free time. Also, thank you all for 1,000 subscribers. That number is insanely large, and I feel like a special episode is warranted for that. Check the pinned comment in the comment section, as I will be making a Q&A episode. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and have a great day or night. Some of you guys seem to like my sketches, so here's some more. Anyways, have a continued good day or night.